All right, so we standing outside, right? All four of us, we standing in the driveway, like up by the house door, like by the front door. And we just standing there talking to each other or whatever. And then the next thing I know, my dude, the one that told old girl about me the first time, he pulled up in the yard. He didn't text me, he didn't call me, no nothing. He just randomly pulled up at the house that morning. But something was off because he didn't pull all the way in the yard. And I'm like, what are you doing? So we all stopped and we looking down the driveway. And we all looking at each other. I'm like, what's up, boy? What's good, boy? And I said, you know, what's up? Come on up. And he wouldn't, the car, he just stayed at the end of the driveway. And he would not pull all the way in. And like I'm trying to paint the picture for y'all. The driveway was probably about, I said about 100 feet. So he was kind of a ways down. And I'm like, hey, what's up, man? Pull up. And he didn't move. The car just sat there, and he had 10 on his window, so I couldn't see in. So next thing I know, his driver door never opened, but his passenger door opened, the passenger front door opened, and then the passenger rear door opened on the right side of the car. So I'm like, what the? But his door never opened. Out jumps who? Out jumps the girl that he hooked me up with, and the girl that he was messing with. Oh, really? Oh, really? So this is what you doing? This is what you doing? I'm like, not my dog, even though I already knew what type of dude he was, but I was like, damn, this is going far. So I'm standing there like, man, for real? For real? So they walking up to the house. Oh, for real? This is what you doing? Hello, my name is such and such. And then I'm thinking to myself like, hold up. Did you really just bring these girls over here, man? He brought the girls over there to the crib, man. He sat in the truck. He never got out. He just sat there with the door closed. So I said, hey, man, we can just go somewhere else so we can talk about this. I ain't let it all get all crazy and stuff. Because I guess old dude, his next layer was, I told her, and she's still talking to him. So let me see what happens if I bring her over there and show him what she's doing. So come to find out, it was him. He brought them over there that night before. They were the ones that put the chairs up to the window, and then he brought them back that morning. They didn't knock on the door that night. He brought them back in the night to look in the window and watch me sleeping in the bed. Right. Yeah, that's what he did. This is a real story. So I'm standing there in the yard, and I told the girl, I said, hey, man, hey, chill out with all that, man. I said, I'm gonna get out of here. So my young boy, he decided, he was like, man, he just sitting there like, just looking like with the face like, ooh. And I'm like, all right, man, I'm gonna get on up out of here. So I grabbed my car keys and I got in my car and I pulled out the driveway. And as I was pulling out the driveway, I looked over at dude in the car, and he's just sitting there like this. He had nothing to say. And then I stopped, I looked, he ain't look at me, he just sat there. And then I just pulled off. So fast forward, I leave, I go to the crib, man. I'm like, man, that's crazy, man. So I'm sitting there at the crib, and I'm like, man, I can't believe this dude just did that. But here's where it all goes bad for you, my brother. Old girl, she left there. She got in the car. She left. She got back in the truck with you. And your girl that was actually cheating on you every time you came down there. I mean, every time you dropped her off at the apartment, she ran at the house with another dude that I told you about. You know? And it was crazy to me how she knew. I knew exactly. I used to watch her do this stuff. I used to sit out there and watch her hug up with other dudes, and she would walk right past me. Hey, done. But you got the nerves to come jump out on me at somebody else's crib. I'm like, okay. But little did old boy know, it didn't even matter. Because guess what? I talked to her that night. We met up somewhere, and we talked about it, and I told her, you ain't my girlfriend. See, that's the problem I never had. I never had that problem. You ain't my girlfriend. You wasn't my girlfriend. We wasn't tied down to each other. And I kept it real with her, and I told her. You know, if you want to go on this journey and you want to get to know each other better, we can do that. But you ain't my girl. You somebody new in my life. And it was all done. And she kept messing with me. Kept messing with me, my brother. So you did all that for no reason. All of that for no reason. So I ended up never talking to that dude again. Never talked to him again. Never again. Never again after that. I cut him off. Done. But it's funny because I got another story that's going to bring him back into the fold. I'll tell that at a later date. But it wasn't even worth it, bruh, because she still stuck around.